In the room we've got a number of heat exchangers. So this one here, HX1, this is an ammonia brine heat exchanger. And over there we've got HX2, that's also ammonia brine. This one here is HX3, that's ammonia glycol. This up here is HX5, and that is ammonia and water. So that's going to preheat the domestic hot water once it's hooked up. I guess I should mention, so this one's our ammonia condenser. So it's taking the high pressure, high temperature ammonia, which you can read that on all of these labels. This means that it's vapor, that means that it's high pressure, and it's going in, it's condensing using the glycol to cool it off, or I should say remove the heat from it. And then out here you've got potentially a combination of liquid and vapor ammonia, still coming at high pressure. So that's HX3. On HX1 and 2, you've got ammonia and brine. And so you're using the ammonia to remove the heat from the brine as the ammonia is essentially boiled off using the suction from the compressors. Those are the electronically controlled expansion valves. Those valves modulate how much ammonia is going into the plate and frame heat exchangers, and that allows them to create the most efficient amount of refrigeration possible. These heat exchangers have got a whole series of plates in them, in which ammonia and brine flow through the alternating plates for a very efficient heat transfer. Over here we've got HX6, and that does the warm floors for the two arenas. So it's a shell and tube heat exchanger. You've got warm glycol supply flowing through it this way, and you've got the brine flowing down through it this way. These pumps are feeding each of the floors, and that's how you're putting the heat into or warming up the brine for each of the warm floors. The other one that we should look at is this one back here. I should have talked about this one before, and that is in here, and that's HX4, and it is an ammonia heat exchanger. So coming in from the condenser, the ammonia is coming along here as a liquid and vapor, potentially. It's coming down into this heat exchanger, flooding through the heat exchanger. This is shell and tube, and it's coming out here as liquid ammonia. As you can see from that label there, it's flowing this way over to the two TX valves, and that is why you've got ammonia in this sight glass here and in these sight glasses down here. But if you look over at this sight glass here, you don't have any ammonia in that. And the reason for that is because this part is where the ammonia is going out to the compressors, and it is low pressure vapor. So in here, you're not going to have liquid ammonia, because that's what's feeding the compressors with ammonia vapor for them to compress and turn into high pressure, high temperature ammonia. Hopefully that helps you understand which heat exchangers do what. And if you're not familiar with plate and frame versus shell and tube, I'll include some YouTube videos you can reference.